So,
All right. So there's Game Shore, Midsummer movie trailer review. Let's see how it is.
And then we're going to see the movie and then what we think. I'm here with Arod and Mikey.
We're going to see it in 45 minutes.
Yikes.
Literally.
I told you that I want to go to that festival in Sweden.
No, you said it would be cool to go.
Yeah, and then I got the opportunity and I decided to do
I don't mind
it.
you going. I just wish you would have told
Typical.
me. That's all.
Dude, she needs a therapist. You've been wanting out of this stupid relationship for like a year now.
And don't forget about all of the beautiful Swedish women you meet in June.
Okay, guys.
Meet the Miller.
That's not her again.
He
Seriously?
got bit on his dick or something.
What's happening? Danny.
I was so very sorry to hear about what happened.
I'm sorry.
The red flag right there.
I invited Danny to come to Sweden.
You know what she's been going through.
Christian says you've got this special week planned.
It's sort of a crazy festival. Special ceremonies and dressing up.
That sounds fun.
Suspense.
That's another flag.
Unbelievable.
Welcome and happy
Oh, yeah.
Midsummer. Skål!
I'm getting a cult
What
vibe.
time is it?
9 p.m.
That can't be right. The sky is blue.
This is what 9 p.m. is like here.
How long have you two been together?
Just over 3.5 years.
4 years.
Really?
Yeah?
What do you think?
Creepy.
It's like another world.
Like a wicker.
Tomorrow's a
wicker
big day.
That's what it feels
Is
like.
it scary?
What is it?
It has special properties.
Yeah.
What am I going through?
We just need to acclimate.
I don't want to acclimate. I want to go.
Absolutely not.
What's happening? I don't know why you invited us.
That's why you look so guilty right now, because you know.
We only do this every 90 years. I was most excited for you to come.
Yo.
All
July
right.
3rd, we see it a day early.
Shit. I mean, it looks good. Let's go see it.
Let's get the bussing.
It looks like they didn't show a lot, but that's even better because hopefully the shit. I mean, I had never seen Hereditary. I just watched it. I had never seen a trailer, so, and it was fucking the scariest movie I've ever seen in like years.
Probably one of the best horror movies to date.
Yes.
So for in this generation of horror movies.
Yeah, that shit was creepy.
Oh, yeah.
It actually creeped me out.
And this one, you can see the face right there. She's deformed. I don't even know what that is. There was a bear split in half.
Yeah, that
Or
shit.
being cut open.
Off the Molly, bro.
Was that a bear?
I hope so. No, the thing from the forest or the witch thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that big ass.
Fucking
Yeah.
centaur.
Yeah,
With like the antlers and shit.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna check it out.
Alright, this is my theory. Alright. So the Swedish friend, at the end, they tell him like, "Hey, thank you for bringing offerings." So that means he knew what was gonna happen. Somewhat knew like, "Hey,
Oh yeah.
they're gonna kill your friends," or some of them. Doesn't matter. So I was thinking, what if he staged the killings of the main character's parents and sister? To have them forcing her to go in some way.
I get what you're saying. I want to know why he kept telling her he's glad she's here.
Yeah.
It was never that he's glad they're here. He's glad she's there.
So maybe she had a bigger role. And at the end, instead of alright, so she could choose who dies.
Mm.
The
She had the final
Randy,
verdict. Yeah.
yeah, the Randy, or her boyfriend. But I mean, she was pissed that he was cheating,
Oh yeah.
and then blah
She seen
blah.
him clapping.
Yeah,
Room full of naked bitches.
yeah. And then so alright, so she chose him, right, to get killed.
Yeah.
And she was crying at first, but at the end of the movie, She starts crying, but she starts smiling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
And that's what reminded me of, I think, The Witch, where she smiles, or maybe that's Hereditary. One of them smiled. Maybe it was the Hereditary, the mom, or someone who got possessed at the end, and she started smiling and laughing and then like dancing or something. Like it reminded me of that, or like maybe it was The Witch because she started floating or something and she's smiling. I don't know. I have to rewatch it. But anyway, the more of the story, what I'm trying to say is that like she was like eventually she got so into she started speaking Swedish. Remember that when she was dancing? How creepy that was. Like there's so much creepiness into this, and you could see not development, I would say, because like you know what happened to parents, and her sister died, and then she gets sad and goes there for like try to get her mind off a type of thing, and I don't even know if that was planned from the dude. He wanted those people there. Maybe he wanted the guy for the sister all along, maybe to get her pregnant. But that's what ends up happening. But
I'm just gonna chime in. Confirmed, sister. It was a murder suicide.
Murder suicide.
It says right here.
So it was suicide?
The murder suicide of her sister and parents.
Okay, yeah. This is why, because so that explains the bipolarness.
Okay, I looked it up because I thought yours was right though. I was like he picked her, so he wanted to get her there, like no matter what, you know, kind of.
I think he was obsessed with her no matter what, and he
remember he kissed her. He kissed her on the
yeah.
mouth.
Oh yeah. I know. I don't remember this, but before they went. They were in like, remember that one, the asshole type guy on the computer? He's like, yeah, I gotta talk to you about something.
Yeah.
They left them alone, and he was like drawing something. Remember that? And it ended up being her. I don't know if you remember that. Like he finished it and was like, this is for you. So in a way, he
said, don't tell him about
it.
Yeah.
And that was what he was drawing, you know, already. So I think no matter what, he had like a plan to get with her. And so like it was just. I mean, it's crazy. The movie's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you question a lot of stuff. You're not gonna get all the answers.
Definitely not the answers.
They want you to think about stuff and try to make up your own.
So
theory.
this is 9 days. What happens after that? They just go back home?
Oh hell no! They were never gonna go back home. But like, I mean, it goes down. It's crazy. Like you seen them for fun. They were like, "Can you eat the whole fish?" Dude, that part was weird too. Like. It's not creepy, but it's just weird. Like, they do that shit. Like, they have, it's like their own little community in a way, so it's gonna make you, like, be like, what the hell? But they're used to it. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think of. It's gonna make you think a lot, question a lot.
I prefer her.
Go home.
Out of everything that happened, how you gonna stay there still?
Because she's fucked up in the head now.
In my opinion, yeah, because the friend who took them all there, remember, he was like, I know you're paying whatever. I was never lost because of the family here. So I think she's staying because she, like, found a family that's giving her what she never got back there, you know? So, and she is pretty much the ruler of it all. Not the ruler, but she's the queen. So she has final judgment on a lot of things. So it's more like it's the family she always wanted, kind of, you know? Because she was always... Because remember, in the beginning, the boyfriend's always like, you're always attending to your sister, always doing this, whatever. She's using you, whatever. Now she's pretty much in charge. Like, she is the main one, you know, for that family. They can't see that, the quotation marks, but
we'll put fingers in it.
Yeah. That's just what I think. That like she's finally found a home, you know.
And why was it called Midsommar? Do you know?
I think it happens in Midsommar, but they spell it differently. Midsommar. But that's probably why. It happens every 90 years in Midsommar.
Yeah.
But there's probably more to it.
Yeah.
But that's what...
And they had to do like a research project, right? Or something like that?
Yeah. Well, they were about to graduate and they needed a thesis for whatever.
I don't know. Like, I really want to go and, you know, watch some more videos, look up, read about it.
So the actual definition of midsummer is the period of time centered upon the summer solstice, more specifically the Northern European celebrations that accompany the actual solstice that take place between June 19th and June 25th. So whatever that means. But what does solace mean?
June 19th, you said? 25th?
June 19th to the 25th.
Not sure.
I mean, I thought it was a brilliant movie. I only give it an 8 probably because I did want to see some more, like, I wanted to be a little bit more scared, but you know, that's just me going in. I didn't really watch the trailer until right before we seen the movie, like 30 minutes, an hour before I seen the movie. I was expecting like Hereditary. I didn't see the trailer, nothing. I was terrified from watching it. So I was expecting to be terrified, but it was more creeped out and it was interesting to watch. Why do you give it an 8?
Because there's a lot of things that were just kind of random.
Agreed.
So like at the end, it's alright. So they made like dolls with their faces. So why? No idea. The 9 people that they used to sacrifice. The last one was the other main character, side character, whatever. But they put him in a bear, and then they just lit the barn on fire. And the thing was, all right, the inbred, the one with the giant lip, she's like deformed. That was all that about. No,
I was gonna
say anything
I was
about
gonna say that was pointless because the only significance she had was she was writing the book.
Yeah.
But that book even drew no significance to the storyline either. It was just another testament to their language, you know. It would, because to me, in my eyes, if you took out every scene with that deformed girl right now, it would not change the movie at all.
Yeah, except it just adds in more questions. It adds in more questions. It adds in more mystery.
I think it was more of just for the shock value. Because he does ask about like incestual breeding, and they're like, we try not to do it, but we can't stop it either. But there was no, because it's explained that she was like a product of incestual breeding. But so what? Explain that. Like, what happened? Why is she like this? Like, what gives her the power? Because I know they said only incestual beings can write like the script or whatever. But what gives them that right? What gives them that power to be able to write the rules?
Well, the guy said apparently it was like they're more open.
Yeah.
Oh, really, you're right.
Yeah. More.
But see, but what does that mean?
More pure.
What does that mean that they're more, like? What causes them to be more pure? Because they're staying in the bloodline, or what? You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't really. Because to me,
interesting.
To me, in my eyes, honestly, you could take every scene of her out, and the movie's the exact same.
And you know, the crazy part about that, actually, what I liked, well, not liked, but like thought about more, was how, you know, he was like, whatever the hell happens if she dies? It's like they pretty much like make it happen again, right? So like incest to make another, like a deformed person who writes the like the scripture,
like a prophet kind of.
Yeah, I think that's crazy, but you know, it's just I guess it's just the way that, you know, the community or cult runs.
I want to know the significance of hanging the guy in the chicken coop.
Part of the cult.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I just want to know, like, was there something behind that, or was it just something they did?
Well, it's because they were going to leave. They weren't going to leave.
Yeah.
I think they planned that, like, all right, these guys, they don't know it, but they're going to die.
Yeah.
And they're about to leave. Obviously, if you leave, even if they don't believe you, the police, they still like, hey, who knows? Maybe we gotta at least check it out. And then the police go, and they see fucking all these weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it's a long walk.
Yeah,
it's a long walk. I just think it's crazy. Like the guy who, like, I think went with that girl, how he pissed on all like pretty much like the ashes of their ancestors.
Tree.
I think that whole part just crazy. Like, I don't know, I can't really tell if his intentions of bringing his friends there even was to, like, in a way, if it was all pure, as in like maybe he was just trying to conform them or, like, you know, make them into his community, or was his intentions of just killing them and doing, like, taking the girl, making her the queen or whatever, and making, like, getting that girl pregnant, her sister pregnant. Like, I just can't tell yet. I would think he was gonna die no matter what, but what was the purpose of the you know, the friend, the black guy of this of Midsommar, or the guy who was writing the paper of Midsommar, and what was the purpose of the guy who became like a monster or a zombie. Like that part, I don't even know how he became. Do you know how he became a zombie?
I don't know if he became a zombie. I think they Leatherface his ass.
I was gonna say I think they just took his face off and put it on someone.
Oh, for real?
Like a disguise.
Okay.
Because I noticed that the face was back on the body in the barn when they burned it down.
Was it?
That body with the head was there because it was one of the ones that was on fire, and I thought about the same thing. Either they took the face off and they Leatherfaced him, or they literally like wore his body like a skin, like how they put the bear in the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest, because the thing looked like it was a full head-on mask.
Yeah.
Because he was a.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was it. They were all doing that. It was creepy.
Right.
That shit's
so
weird.
I was reading into it on the way here. The breathing was I don't remember all of it, but they were saying it's like not a tradition, but like it's a way, like a breathing exercise kind of, or something like that.
In a way of, it felt like empathy.
Because they do that a lot.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah,
they do that a lot.
Before they were gonna die, the old people was, I think, the first time you seen it, and then
I think that was to embrace it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I could see that when the girl was crying on the floor.
What did you think when he jumped off and now here's?
Oh, that part. That's how you knew the movie was gonna go. That was day one. Okay, and I kind of seen it coming when they were like going, because I knew I actually listened. And they said they were gonna, like, if you pass 72, they were gonna die. So that's what I thought was gonna happen. I seen all the tombstones it look like up there. Like, it looks like tombstones, well, on rocks.
Oh, the rock. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So I'm like, they're gonna die. Now are they gonna die up there? I seen the guy with this big ass freaking steroids, Triple H hammer, looking like he was gonna do some damage. And one girl died, and that's when I'm like, okay, what the hammer? What's it for? Probably if you live through it. And the second guy. The guy actually jumped off.
But you see his legs.
You see his legs break. He obviously didn't jump right. It was always head first.
I was gonna say, me and Arod, at the same exact time, as soon as he died, we were like, the
hammer time.
Hammer time. Because me and him looked at each other. We're like,
hammer time.
Hammer time.
Because it happened, and we looked at each other, and we both were just like, the hammer.
Hammer time.
Or, not to cut you off, when we both figured out about the cake and the drink. We figured that out at the same exact time.
Yeah, I asked Mikey. I was like, what's going on?
Because when it was the pubic hair and I saw it, I was like, okay, that means the period blood has to be there because of the paintings. Because that's pretty much like the spell.
Painting foreshadowed it all.
The love spell, because it showed her cutting off some of the pubes, her bleeding into the cup, which was his drink.
Yep.
And then the pube was the graham cracker, the
freaking
cupcake.
pie?
Yeah, the pie or
muffin. I don't know, but disturbing. Creepy as hell. The whole movie's gonna do that to you. I mean, it foreshadowed it for sure, which I can't say was bad because if it's traditional and like a community, you would expect some scriptures of like writing on the walls and stuff, which they did a lot. And if you really pay attention to that, you're gonna know what's gonna happen. Like, it foreshadows the movie.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And it gives you like a very dark plot, and I love that. Like, the author was genius again. It's just crazy to see, and I'm looking forward to more of his work.
Maybe next summer.
Maybe next summer. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Because Hereditary, and then it was
2 back-to-back great movies. I loved them. It did have the Witch vibe and a Wicker Man vibe. If you watch it,
I will say I'm gonna give a third and final review after I watch videos on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can judge a movie accurately watching it one time, in my opinion.
Oh no, but you're gonna have that's what these movies are kind of like pretty much made to do.
Yeah.
It's to make you question, make you think, and everyone has their own thoughts and conspiracies and theories, which I love these kind of movies.
Everyone has their own what ifs if they were in that situation, but most people wouldn't act on their what ifs in that situation. It's a big shock factor. Because in my not to sound like bad, but at one point you're gonna realize you're doomed.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're fucked. That's it.
I think they all realized after a while. Like, those 2 died from trying to run away. Supposedly getting in a train or in a truck.
Yeah, but remember they didn't know they were trying to escape. They were getting the car. Remember?
Yeah.
They were gonna come back.
Supposedly.
And they told everyone.
I mean, we all know
we
that
all knew they
they
were,
were fucked.
We knew they were dead.
And then everybody else, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't think they knew they were fucked, but you know, how are you gonna get home?
Well, they were off the shits.
Oh yeah, they were off the shits the whole movie.
I knew they were gone as hell when you see his eyes, and they're so dilated.
Oh my god.
Did you notice the dinner scene? The
guy clapped.
That and also, if you were watching, everything on the table was in that psychedelic trance thing.
Yeah, the flower. You see the flower.
The flower was opening and closing. The hills in the back were moving in waves.
Very detailed movie.
Everything. It was. I think it was filmed perfectly. I think visually amazing. The colors, the not the horror, the gore, the bodies, whatever, that was done well. It was just, I don't know, it was filmed really nice. The lighting, all the colors, you know.
Yeah. It was, for me, it was just like, I loved it. You're gonna see a cult movie. You're gonna see things that you don't. It's gonna take you out of your comfort zone, no doubt. Take you out of your comfort zone, and it's gonna give you a different way of seeing things.
Because it's not the ordinary horror film.
Oh no.
Jordan Peele said it was a good ass movie for horror. And he made Get Out. I didn't see it, but I heard it's
I
good.
thought Get Out was really good.
Yeah, you gotta go see Get Out, because that one, same thing. It's the same thing as in. I think that's why Jordan Peele loves it, is because it's gonna give you an idea of something you don't expect. And even Get Out gives like a cult kind of vibe. Like if you right, like they get in a way of like, you know, their community type of thing, and like a trans type thing, of what somebody who grows up in that kind of thing, like that kind of living, is gonna be
used to it.
You know, yeah, subjected to like think that a certain way and programmed to think a certain way of not being normal. I mean, and you know, it's gonna give you those kind of vibes, and it's very, very good. I say 8.
I would have felt betrayed though.
With what?
Think about, alright, let's say an example. Zach is like, hey, me and my buddies in Ohio, you know, it's a riot fest. And we go there, cult, we all slowly die. I feel betrayed. I know Zach's in middle school.
Oh man, yeah. No, this is definitely one of those movies like where you could, you know, you get like exactly what it does is like it starts having you think like this shit could actually happen. And it's crazy, like even like so menacing, like given the smile at the end that she gave. You know, I think in the trailer she floated, I'm guessing, or
but
they cut it out.
Yeah, we didn't see it in the movie.
They didn't show that.
We didn't catch it.
Technically, it never happened.
Yeah, technically it never happened.
In the trailer, she floated. Right?
She floated.
It wasn't me.
She floated. That's why it gave me the witch vibe in the trailer, even.
Yeah,
because
that's what I thought.
You know, it's more of like one of those movies that like, you're so into the cult that you could fucking float, and that's something that's like so crazy to me. And you know, they didn't show that in the movie, but you get that from watching the movie that like they go beyond measures of like actually believing what they believe in, and it could actually happen, and it's so creepy, and I loved it.
Because another thing that you were talking about a little earlier, you were saying how the drawings and foreshadowing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pictures of the bear on fire.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you knew something was gonna happen with the bear. I know in the trailer they cut him open.
What significance is setting the bear on fire though?
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't really.
Yeah, you're not gonna know. That's the thing. The bear's gonna be set on fire. Yeah, they know because it's all written down, in a way. So they know what they're doing. Like every 90 years, we're gonna fucking carve a bear, and we're gonna put a man in it. He's gonna fuck our daughter, and he's gonna pretty much get set on fire. I mean, I think that shit was crazy. And even like you could even tell it was kind of like a lie of a cult, because how he blessed the two guys instead of telling them, "You'll fear. This is for you to not fear no, or have no pain, have no fear."
He screamed for his
and he
life.
still screamed. So they manipulate you so much in a way to a point where you actually believe it. Yeah, they volunteered, thinking, "Oh, this is this is where I'm from, my people," you know, and you know that's what's gonna happen.
But they needed 9 offerings.
Mm-hmm. They brought 2 people. The other people they brought, or the other Swedish guy, he brought like what 4, 5. So I mean, it's just crazy. It's Great movie.
All right, the Swedish friend, his brother was in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was his brother or friend?
That was his brother.
Oh yeah. No, he sacrificed himself. That's. Oh yeah, it was his brother. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, because once that was happening, the thing where I was confused. At first, I thought this happened also when they killed them. When they killed themselves, the two wearing blue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they were they were like screaming and dancing weird, but I wasn't sure if that was like out of joy or because some of them they were hitting themselves.
Oh yeah. Oh
So,
wait. When?
All right. So, all right. Once the guy killed himself in the beginning, everyone was acting weird.
All the old people.
Yeah, everyone was acting weird. And then the end of the movie, when the thing burned on fire, they were like dancing weird, hitting themselves like this.
Yeah. My conspiracy on that actually is the same as in like what we were talking about earlier, how they sympathized in a way, or kind of like when they do the that thing, is they're trying to feel like he had pain. He wasn't dead until they smashed his head. So they were like, they feel his pain in a way. They don't want him to suffer, or maybe they're coping with it, or like trying to help them deal with it, like trying to stay close as a community or cult type of thing. And then they killed him and they stopped. And same thing. And like they were like, I mean, what did you expect? You know, you didn't warn them. And he was like, I tried, but you know, it was expected for two people to get their fucking faces blown off by jumping. You know, so it was crazy. And even at the end, like when they were burning, you know, they were still dying. I think they heard them. I don't know if they started screaming before that, or maybe it was after they heard somebody scream from in there. But like, it was just crazy to me, like how everything went with something, and it was just so detailed. Like, that's what I gotta say. Any questions?
I got a lot of questions.
I got a lot of questions.
But
let's come up with like 3 questions each that we had that really want answered.
Significance of the bear.
The inbred, they only brought her out in certain occasions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to know, I think it was explained, but I'm not sure, how the two in the beginning came to be like the powerful before committing suicide. Was that just because they were at that old age? Or were they like in charge? If you get what I mean, not in charge, but what significance were they that those two walked out of the, you know? Because remember, them two walked out of the yellow house in the beginning at the same time, and they were picked up on the thing or whatever. So was she the old May Queen, and he was just like his husband or her husband from the commune? If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know who they are. It explained who they were, but not why they were who they were. Because it could have been like she was an outsider who became the May Queen, whatever, or she was born here. Because as soon as they die, so who takes their place after that?
Yeah.
You don't really, who are the man and woman who gets chosen to take their place? Because if this happens every 90 years,
and you only live until you're 72.
In the next 90 years, there's going to have to be 2 more people to commit that suicide.
Yeah.
Meaning, who gets picked? Because if that's her, and that happens in 90 years, she's already dead. She's 120-something years old. If you know what I mean? Yeah. So that kind of...
Yeah. But, alright, another thing. Alright, you said the thing... Alright, when they cut their hands, they put on the tablet thing. Alright, so this is...
Tombstone.
Alright, I don't think it's a tombstone, because this is an example. Alright, so there's a game called Skyrim.
Never
sound nerdy. It's gonna sound nerdy, but there's similar things like that. They're like rune statues. Runes are like the letters and stuff. They weren't alright in the game. They weren't like tombstones or nothing. They were like alright. Obviously they were statues, but they were like for like a prayer or something. So like something like that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and that would be going back to Mikey's question, like...
Everyone turns 72, and I'm pretty sure more people will turn 72 at once because a lot of people are the same age.
Yeah, a lot of people they were old.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. A
you
lot
got
of
at
the people
least
are
20
already.
years.
They all go to the ashes, right? Or what happens? Like they all go to the tree that he pissed on, all the ashes.
Probably.
That's what I would think.
Because then, if you think about it this way, if
That guy was pissed.
Oh yeah,
because
he was
even,
real mad.
Even if the festivities happen in 90 years plus whatever, if all those old people die within 5-10 years, that's half of their camp.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning they would have to bring more outsiders or inbred.
Yeah.
But you know,
All
this
right.
could just be us thinking way too much into
Oh
it
yeah,
too.
and that's what the movie's
That's
supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what movie's supposed to do. That's a good thing. That's why I love these movies, because everybody's gonna have a different review, and it's gonna make every review will make you think different.
Yeah, there are people who hate it.
Oh yeah, people are gonna hate it. People are gonna want to be terrified, or they're gonna be confused.
The old people in the theater.
Oh yeah,
They
walked out.
never came back.
They did.
First
Oh,
10
yeah.
minutes. They were
They,
like,
maybe
nah.
maybe they thought they were gonna see Spider-Man.
I think they were in the wrong theater.
That's not Aunt May.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my biggest question would be probably. I mean, to be honest, I have way too many questions because like you're gonna want to question every single sequence that happens in the movie and why it happens. If I had to come up with one, it'd be like, who's the next people? Like, yeah, or what does the queen do now? Like, does she have, superpowers? Does she have superpowers and like, or like not superpowers, but like, does she have a power above, or is she just high as fuck? Is she just high as fuck? I don't know.
All right, my biggest question is who the hell started this? Even though it
Ancestors?
happened centuries ago, blah blah blah. Like how, you know what I mean? Like it started somewhere, and it led up to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is it, or is it? Do they believe in a certain god that tells them like, hey, dude, all right, because what are these rituals for? The sacrifices for what? For a good harvest? Because all right,
They had a new crop.
Yeah, in a way, for like, let's say example for like Aztec and Mayans, they'll sacrifice people, rip out their hearts, blah blah blah, for the sun god. Do they have their own like type of sun god? Finger quotes.
Yeah, I mean you have to think
Or-
that because they bless the soil. They do this every 90 years. They look. Maybe they think of someone else as being like a. Maybe they think of the queen like, or what is she? The queen? All the roses or all the flowers? I mean.
Some shit.
Maybe she's the god, the new god, because she, as she sits, everyone else sits, stuff like that. So that kind of thinking is it's beyond me.
Should be
Beyond me.
me.
8 out of 10.
I ain't doing it.
You gotta go see it.
All right, see the movie.
Game Shore.
Game Shore
Game
in
Shore.
theaters now. Maybe more movie reviews in the future. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what's good in theaters.
Use promo code GameShore at SeatGeek.com.
Hopefully soon we'll get that going. All right, till next time.